Ah! Let me see if I can hear my voice. Let me see if I can hear voices. My volume's all the way up. Voice is very off and on. I don't know why that is. Bit weird. Anyway, continue. I'm gonna turn my fan down, even though I was hot today. I was wearing pants to work today, and that's not good. It was not good. Because I had to do a lot of walking around. Was not comfortable in pants on a summer day. It's never good. I don't know how people do it. Customer service sucks. Okay, well, it wasn't that bad, but all the customers were fine. It was just me who was the problem. I haven't really been in that store before, so I just did not know where anything was. So it felt like they didn't even, like, go to my coworkers for anything. It's like everybody entered the store and beelined it for me to ask me a question, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I just started working here. So that's how my day went.
Oh, Clive. What am I to do?
Anyway, side quest the game.
I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
That's right, somebody's taking over.
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
One of those assholes who was sitting at the table?
A military stronghold, a foundation upon which to build a new Sambrec. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property.
He's trying to rebuild Sambrec with this small town.
Believe me,
as a start.
I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
Or is he with him?
By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrec. A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot within it. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men. If it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation. Least of all when it serves only to elevate others.
Who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf? For your services to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well, will you try?
Well, I mean...
You could hardly fare any worse than I did.
Clive's just Clive. It's not that he just speaks his mind. He tries to be nice all the time, until somebody's absolutely stupid.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, where will I find this Duke of Oriflamme? In the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish
Buster!
me luck.
Buster! Under new management. That's the button. Buster! Leave it alone. Leave yourself alone. What are you doing, boy? What do you think you're doing? I captured you. Bless you. Hey, you see him? You see him? You see Torgal? Yeah.
I may have met this Duke before, at the Remembrance Ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
If we're not careful. It's not only control of the garrison he wants, it's the...
Sounds like everybody's against him, though.
have a leader in the Dame.
I like how this whole side quest is her saying, well, who's gonna be against the Duke? He offers so much, and we offer so little. Who would be willing to step when he's got everything? And then you walk throughout town and it's everybody saying, man, the Dame would be better than that guy. I support the Dame all the way. The Dame is the best. It's like, oh,
sorry about
really?
that. You're the Dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
Does nobody recognize me as that one branded who came in and kicked all their asses and then left?
You are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here.
The only thing I can
Pride
say
of
about him
place,
is that
in fact.
he was
For
better
too long
than
has the contribution
Sylvester,
of the noble soldier been
because
under
he was one of
No
the
more.
people who was against
For it is
Sylvester
they
trying to
who shall
dominate
see the
other
Holy
regions.
Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared. Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
Dude, that's gonna take
I
forever
fear
to
you
build.
underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect They're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely.
Okay. Hello.
The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an
She's got
empire,
a point.
there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars.
And
Is
without
that
the
what
citizens,
Greager
you don't have
wills
an
for her
empire.
people?
Do not take her
Hell
name
you
in
want.
vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later.
Bruce said, yeah, no.
The citizens revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose.
I don't get paid
begin with
enough
those
for
on the
these
other side
types
of
of
the wall.
quarrels. You're embarrassing me.
Do you think he was the only one who survived?
Does it matter? He's the only one who came.
That's what they were talking about.
Was that shouting I heard from the barracks?
Trouble again.
All right there. What is it you're after, sir?
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Finally,
Oh,
the
him.
person who asked.
Not much. None of us traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
I want to eat my candy.
The Dominion's all but done for.
And with hardly a word to the Dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need His Eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you you've got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
Was that shouting I heard from the barracks?
So people that live outside, at the very least, are very vocal about this because they're the ones who are gonna lose everything. They're already forced to be outside the walls. So like it can only get worse.
Pikeheads and as many swords as you're able to muster.
And I want a new bearer who can keep my forge fired. Looks like neither of us are getting what we want.
God dang. Like, I don't like that he's a slave user, but goddamn, he's very snappy. He's quick to snap back. Is that just a thing with the blacksmiths in this game? Are they all just snappy?
You're the one who was talking to His Eminence.
On the Dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not
That
to
was
take the
me.
people's goodwill for granted, but it seems my words fell on deaf ears. What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do, not the other way round. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children. If the Duke can get us cement and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it.
Respectable, I guess. That you're doing everything for your family, but...
You're embarrassing yourself!
Sabine. No. Sometimes I dislike the fact that it's only for main story. I wish I could pull this up for, like, current side quests and be like, oh, what? Whoa. Serious soldier.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sanbreque is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefits.
You wanna hop up? Come on. Yep, come on. You could do it. There you go. Hi, bud. Hi. Wanna lay down with me? Go lay down on my lap.
We already have a leader in the day.
No, you just want to lay beside me. Okay.
The garrison he wants. It's the whole of Northridge.
You there?
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. I mean, look around us. You can see the state the realm's in. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire's the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes.
Cringe.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
I don't remember this part of town, so I'm just kind of peeping around just in case.
Welcome back. Wraiths give you any trouble?
Hello, Philippe.
Captain, do you have a moment?
For you? Certainly. Clive, wasn't it? Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right, I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could tear Northreach apart.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know
Is
what I
that
need to do
Gigas
now.
in the background?
Protecting the people I love is
In
what
the
matters.
Kashik one?
Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
That's not supposed to be here.
Seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Hop it. Hop it. Ooh, Clive, no way. No shot. You... Oh, now you'll do it. Okay, whatever. a lot happened.
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. There's no denying that. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sanbreque, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying. But the battle is lost.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
Huh. Why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope, and one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for Northreach yet. Especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then?
Huh. Nothing much we could do, huh? Well, shit. Martha, are you gonna have a happy ending to yours? Past few side quests have been a little mean.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food.
Sweet, we're
I'll
Eastpool.
keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As have those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well, the Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
Rekindling the Flame Part 2? Oh crap.
All
I'll
right.
do it.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep them in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Gazal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what...
I'm sure you will.
Here we go. Okay. To Eastpool. We didn't even get any new bounties, did we? Hello, Wade.
Ah, Lord Rossfield.
Yes.
What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
These are Gazal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings, then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in.
Alarming reports of the Horde.
All of them. Time it all. I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die, fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians, what help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right,
know
my
he's
lord.
right. Yep.
I will appeal to them.
Okay, Buster. Buster.
My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you.
Oh my god.
Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This
Oh boy.
is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
That one guy's still like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me?
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, it certainly won't be
Oh,
now.
I am so sorry. I am
to
so
you.
sorry.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square. The perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them. And for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade, they're here.
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria.
Oh boy.
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm calm before the storm.
Hello. And hello.
And here it comes. I will not let this village fall.
Check this out.
All yours, Torgal.
What? Why is it on potions? Up, 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 up. Wait, raptors?
Thanks, boy.
I didn't mean the diamond dust, but I guess it's getting diamond dusted.
It's over.
Cool. That was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. There was not even like a mini boss or anything to it. It was just basic ass enemies.
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield, change of plan.
What is it?
Oh boy.
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in East Pool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when East Pool is won.
If you're sure, my lord.
Alright. Down there.
Come to tell me an Akashic curl's heading towards the rest? Get yourself down there. We can handle things here.
The curl was sighted on Rhiannon's ride back towards Martha's Rest.
East Pool will be safe in our hands, my lord.
Need you, Ambrosia.
Run like the wind. Right.
Don't have time for you. I'm stuck. Oh no. Okay. And there's the curl.
There it is.
Bend or curl. Okay. Well, that did nothing for me. Aw. Whew. I thought you messed it up right there. Gotta get those dog kills in, you know? Every time Torgal kills a boss like that, it just feels so great. It feels so good. Back to Eastpool. Hi guys.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
They're not slaves anymore.
no. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he were still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
Whoops.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's Eastpudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course. And I'll be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
How could I forget?
there's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
Sir Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
Huh. That was a nice one. I think that was a pretty nice one. I like seeing the Rosarian communities coming together. Makes it feel that like Rosaria's finally coming back to life after all this time. I need to speak with Martha. Whoops. I was about to head straight to the hideaway to do the quests that were there. This is probably just going to be a purely side quest stream. Especially since these ones are so long because they're more story focused.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me.
Uh-huh.
He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful, anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day. That whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Cid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work.
I wish
Let's see
Cid
about
could have
making
met
everyone
Elwyn.
some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Martha's Rest signboard. The emblem of Martha's Rest, personal fiefdom of the Golden Stables' indomitable landlady. To those with no love for the Empire, the settlement stands as an island of safety in the sea of anything but. Boom, boom. Okay, where to next? None of those. Yeah. Oh. Mid's dungeon and over. Yep. I'm just gonna do this because the last version of this, part 3 of this, went on forever.
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the forge and all that.
What happened?
Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing out ether like no one's business.
What?
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area is either turned, or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon, the old place will be overrun.
Well, we gotta deal with that.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
No. It's better this way.
Yeah, well, I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm off. I'll see you in Dravost.
Blacksmith's Blues number 4. Alright, well... Actually, like, really, Nectar? Really? No hunts? Whatsoever? Not a single one? Tell me more. Did I tell you about the time I journeyed through Southern Ash?
Through Orcish lands.
Well, technically they're Deadlands now, but the orcs don't seem to mind. They found a way to survive without mother crystals, just like we have, Kupo. Though it involves a good deal more cannibalism than here at the Hideaway. At least I think it does. You don't happen to know what Molly puts in her brown, do you? Uh-huh. He's great. Alright, to Dravost. Oh, the one in Mid's dungeon is going to be our potion upgrade.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
Clive! You're here!
And the Akashic?
Yep.
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris' scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old
Already?
Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least.
Well done.
Welcome back.
Sid. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Huh? Well, of course he'd know.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoltan, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah. So have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. We're short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off.
I mean, I'm ready.
Ready for the off, then?
Can't waste any more time.
Can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word with the scouts, though. Don't want any nasty surprises, do? Oh, and Blackthorn, you and Zoltan might be better off staying inside the...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls, and there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate. But it won't come to that. I promise.
You'd better be right.
Take good care of Dravost till I get back.
I never die. I never lose.
And give those things what for, yeah?
I'm unpunished. Unpunishable. Unpunishable! Shit. What are these things?
Alright. Which one of you's first?
Fine. Oh, hi. Hello. Pull you down here with me. Well, I messed that timing up. Goodbye. Sorry I'm so silent. I am heavily concentrating. There we go. Let's see. Okay. That's cool. Because it's ice. Very funny. Cool.
Is that it?
Now what? Dragon?
Not.
Oh, it is. It. What is that? It's not even a Kashik. Canyon Chimera?
Past me.
Oh. Okay. Oh, I thought that could launch me up high enough. Okay. Dragon's voice. Oh shoot. The ram's voice. Oh, okay. Let me just... go. Okay, let me do this while I have the opening. Oh, I didn't do it in time. Okay, there we go. Alright, it's over. Goodbye. I missed.
You lose.
That was crazy. Chimeras. Didn't think they'd put a chimera in this game.
Now, the question is, did I miss any?
Do I have a dog whining at my
Man
door?
alive! You're still in one piece!
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Is this finally gonna be the conclusion to Blackthorn's side story?
Sid! You're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. I almost felt sorry for the wretched things.
Why did his voice actor like step away from the microphone to say that first line? What was that? Y'all heard that, right?
What you did today.
That was
I'm
so
afraid I've only
echoey.
delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just the same. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, it's our home. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
We will?
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravosh needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. Hope you see the sense of it eventually.
Oops.
You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but... Dravozhd isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day, because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravozhd what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The Master Smith turned outlaw, back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
More than I'd hoped.
Honestly true.
Sid, I've got something for you.
The cracked anvil?
And this is?
A seal that we only get
Of our lasting gratitude. But
from...
I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravozhd in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metalwork. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
You know what? I think you might be right. Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome. As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
Hell yeah. Quest? Getting whatever this new thing is part of the quest? They said it was a sword, right? This new sword.
Come back.
It's okay, Yote.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of Papio nuts and all.
Ah, the man himself.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help.
And before they tell me, actually we're missing a piece.
You remember Camille? We'll be using his leatherwork for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues' engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is then.
Do I get it immediately?
actually did it.
Whoa.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
This.
It's quite something.
Come on, listen.
Trust you'll take good care of it.
Would this have been the Ultima of the game if that name wasn't already used?
Does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravost.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even
Oh,
better than the Ragnarok.
the actual Ultima weapon.
Outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Quest complete. Alright. Got their Damarung. Oh my god. Got their Damarung! A diagram detailing the steps to forge a sword that might slay a god. Got their Damarung! Ragnarok. Ancient Ashen legend purports that one day the Age of Dominance will draw to a close in an epic clash of icons that sets the land ablaze, cleansing it of foulness and allowing for its rebirth, a clash they call Ragnarok. Got their Damarung recipe unlocked. Can I, equip my new sword?
Trouble with your gear, or... I never thought me and Zoltan would ever speak again, let alone work together. And if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't. You've been a good friend to me, Clive. The best. What'd you want?
That's awesome. Got their Damarung. Needs 3 orichalcums. 2 dark steels. And a primitive battle horn.
And?
I'm gonna be using up all my orichalcum on, what's it called? Oh shit. Gonna be using them up on the armor that I got. The Ouroboros armor. Hi Nectar. What's happening? One new one. Tricephalic Terror. A caravan of traders traversing the Velcroy told me of a colossal beast they had encountered on their journey. To hear them tell it, it had the aspect of a dragon, a lion, and a scorpion all at once. I contested that it might be naught but a mirage, a phantasm brought about by the desert heat. But the sweat which ran down their foreheads was cold, and the fear in their eyes real. Okay, so it's another chimera, except a bounty chimera. In the Velcroy, it said, right? We'll probably go to that at some point else, maybe.
With Canva in the hands of Akashic, we'll need to find an...
Ah, Sid.
Don't tell me.
Come on.
You need more bomb ash.
Oh no, we still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermal amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain. Only mithril engines get hotter, and you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make it out of any old rubbish neither. We need the good stuff. And I hear
the
you
good
once helped
stuff.
Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any chance you could help me?
Yeah.
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
So, what exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hood with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace. We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is, they're all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
That's it in a nutshell, yeah. We're only 3 short, mind, and we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
All right then.
Advent.
Wish me luck.
Advent.
Will do. I'll be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
Even weirder science. Oh boy. Lost Plume.
Good girl.
Let's go.
Time to fight.
No, it's not. Oh, they had to evacuate.
Straight home now.
The people of Amber might not have been the friendliest sorts, but they didn't deserve this.
Wait.
Not that the Aether cares. It springs up wherever it likes. Nowadays, that seems...
No, what? All of them are just gone? I mean, some of them.
The whole village is turned.
Oh. Entire village just goes like that. Wow. That sucks. I mean, I know they wanted to turn us in, but like... their whole cause for that was because it was the Black Shields. Black Shields were gonna be happy to get rid of them anyway if they weren't going to comply. So, that sucks. That sucks a lot. Okay, I'm going the right way. Beat him up! Beat him up, Torgal! Ugh. Ravage is never gonna level up. Never!
Arise!
One of these thingies. Bull's horn braid. Increases lunge damage. Hello.
I need to deal with these ones first. Nice try.
Time to find out if Diamond Dust has at least significant stagger. Oh my god! Diamond Dust has infinite stagger, not just significant. Pull you back down.
To find this spherical echo.
Here it is.
This is it. Right then.
Alright, two more. Over here in Sambrek and Northreach.
He'd have our coin, our stock enough.
He'd have our coin.
Faster!
That's better.
That's a bomb down there. Oh, they're scanning. Going off the path. Ow. Goodbye. Okay, at least that one was significantly easier.
2 down.
What if I go with Titan instead?
1 to go.
Let me actually go there. Crochet echoes. Okay.
Come on. Run like the wind.
And along this path we go. I'm loving this game. I've noticed that during this playthrough, I haven't talked as much as I usually do, and honestly, it's mainly because the game's just that captivating for me. I love the locations and everything. I love the characters, the music, everything just... They got everything right, for me, at least. Except difficulty. There's like moments where the game just absolutely skill checks you. Let me get this bomb out of my way. Or at least attempt to. Damn. Okay. Simple enough. And I'll be taking
That's all
that.
of them. No one can uncross his toes now.
Let the toes be uncrossed. I have your spherical doohickeys.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
How was she? The Enterprise?
Ah, Sid. Wasn't expecting you back so soon. So, is it good news or bad?
Good, thankfully. Yeah.
Depends. Are 3 spheres bad?
Thanks a blimmin' million. I'll fit 'em to the smelter right away. May I present to you the Telemon Furnace? Ain't bad, is she?
She's a beauty.
What?
You saved my bacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to let your good deed go unrewarded.
It's fine, really. My bag's flexible enough already.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements to it yet.
You could just buy me a bigger...
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up and make some more room? And I reckon I know how. With a new alloy we've been working on. The Telemon Furnace was just what we needed to perfect it. It's a metal, see? So it's lovely and strong, but it's also, well, stretchy, if you can believe it.
Stretchy metal. Well, if you insist.
That is the spirit. You'll love it, I promise.
Uh-huh. Waiter, your stretchiest metal, please.
What do you reckon?
It's actually quite ingenious. Thank you, Owain.
Shh, don't mention it. You earned it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have all kinds of uses for it around the hideaway. Can't think of any right now, but that's our job, innit? Dreaming up new ways to make life easier around here.
Yep.
Maybe even out there, too. One day, the whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together. That bag of yours will be the first of many. You mark my words.
They'll hardly believe their eyes, I'm sure.
Quest complete. Expanded potion satchel with the same exact life in which collapse inventory maximized. You've obtained an expanded potion satchel, further increasing your capacity for carrying consumables. Item slot increases are as follows. Potions 6 to 8, high potions 4 to 5, strength tonics 3 to 4, and stone skin 3 to 4. With 2 Ds. Ah. I maximized both how many potions I can carry and the potency I can carry. So I got a trophy for it. Or potency I can carry. And the potency of all my potions and shit are maximized. And
How may I help you
I
today,
got a new
Clive?
thing from the Patron's
Your
Whisper.
benefactors are a generous lot.
I need to be 300 more for the next one, which is honestly close by. Which is nice. Faith undying. We are the shadows that quicken in the firebird's wake. And from the shadows do serve our Lord, and those who would be his wings, the undying. Ring of the swift shot.
There you are. Come again. I may
Is
have
that
more
gonna
for
make...
ya.
Is that gonna give me like double shot permanently or something? Oh, it's charge time for charged magic by 0.2 seconds.
How do you split the sea?
Okay.
Reckon we're better off not knowing.
And you need me to go to the Valcroy. Okay, somewhere in the Valcroy. That's all we get. Had to text girlfriend.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
Yeah, get away from me. Is it gonna be at the ruins? Or can it be in Valcroy? Like, I keep wanting to assume in this area. Was there already one in that area? I can't remember. No, maybe I'm thinking of right here. I think there was something here, but not here. Right? It didn't really tell me which side of the Valcroy, did they? Whether it was northern or southern. And they just kind of said the Valcroy, didn't they? Well, got an open world to search around in, so might as well get to work. It'd be nice if Twitch would open on my phone. There we go. Of course, I can't jump on that. Yep. I think I can search base Valcroy first. We definitely already beat something up here, right? I really feel like we did, so I don't think I need to search up there. Because I don't think they share places. At least not all that often. Right? I don't know. Ether's heavy here. Well, I'm out of here. Akashic Scorpions? No way. was that? Oh, that's a wagon. I was like, is that something sleeping? I probably should have stocked up on potions. Maybe that... Never mind. Okay. I was gonna say, maybe that's what I'll do.
Straight home now.
It is not. It is not what I'll do. Where am I? This area. Just in case I lose to it, I want to at least remember where I am. Gorgamera. Okay. Delta attack.
This one. Stay close, Torgal.
Oh. Okay.
Nice try.
That's fine.
Nice try.
Oh, what? Come on now. What? Okay. I want to save that. Hold on, don't go anywhere just yet.
Forgive me.
What? That hit? No, I was outside of it. Huh? Well, that was stupid. I was outside of that. Wasn't I? I was outside of it. It was not pressed against its body like I was. Aw, and let me guess, I can't take this as a shortcut or something. Oh, that is so stupid. Come on. That could very easily be a jump down. It's not like you could get soft locked or anything. Oh, this is so stupid. And you have to run all the way around and back, honestly. It's probably better to go to the Delamil Inn, but I'll just make my trek right now. Where are you? And I'm so sorry.
There's no turning back.
Oh, he's probably too far. At least for stagger. See? That's fine. Okay. Diamond dust away your stagger just a little bit. Ow. That's what it was. I thought that was like the outside of the circle. No, it was the inside. It just had me confused because it was layered.
Let's try.
Okay. Stay still real quick. I'm just gonna slap you with one of these. Okay. Oh, you want to do multiples. Oh, you want to do everything.
This one.
Nope, 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 nope.
Let's try.
It's not doing its basic attack. I really want to Raging Fists it. Oh, my back was itchy for a second.
Let's try.
Oh, come on. I know I can do it. Oh, now you jump. No, jump back. You know what? This is how I'm gonna break your stagger. No, you don't. $15,000. Get quite a bit for that.
should have picked on someone your own size.
It doesn't even give like a special crafting material. I mean, what we got is special, but it wasn't like a signature bounty only thing. So it's not like anything really opened up with that. Sadly. Back at the hideaway. Where everything's happening. Jeez.
Come back.
Let's do another check-in with tomes, especially now that we have chimeras in our knowledge.
Good morrow to you, my friend. I have a few new notes that might interest you.
Yeah. Okay.
You
a little
wish
bit.
to study the tomes?
Keyhead. Keyhead. Orphan girl who pays for her bread by making and selling medicines. An orphan girl, her travels took her from Dalmekia to the Crystalline Dominion, where she nearly lost her life when the city was all but destroyed by Bahamut. After the flames died down, she labored to mend the wounds of the injured townspeople, eventually coming across a collapsed Prince Dion, who she nursed back to health. Dominant of Bahamut, yep. After laying waste to much of the Crystalline Dominion in an Ultima-inspired frenzy, Clive evacuated him to the hideaway where Tarja labored to mend his wounds. Finally awake, he escaped to the Dominion to survey the damage he had done and collapsed from shock, awaking again to find himself in the care of a young medicine girl named Kihel. There's more to Primogenesis? Okay. The unbalance of ether is stopped by potency of crystals and magic in those lands. Wait. The unbalance in the ether that resulted not only sapped the potency of crystals and magic in those lands that remained livable, but filled the rest not only with his glowing thralls, but with ether floods, turning men and beasts into mindless, merciless Akashic. The unbalance in the ether resulted the Akashic all to sap the wills of mankind and make all of humanity into his soulless servants.
Did you learn everything you needed?
I think we filled out persons of interest.
Knowledge hoarded is not.
No, not quite. Almost, though. One person. Definitely part of the hideaway, apparently. Third, another person. Between Kihel and Barnabas's mother. Far-fabled scholar of the Valacene history and legend, even to this day, much of the surviving knowledge of the distant antiquity of the twins issues from his quill. In his later years, his writings attracted fierce criticism from certain scholarly circles, which resulted in him removing himself from public life. Some more to Ultima. The otherworldly being behind much of the tragedy and turmoil that plagued Valisthea, and the creature King Barnabas of Walud worships as his god. Ultima requires a vessel in which to inculcate his disembodied soul, and Clive's curious ability to absorb the powers of other icons suggests that he is the very mythos that Ultima has long awaited. He wills Clive to absorb the other icons, that his vessel might be perfected.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
Okay, what we got? In loss, there will be found. It is hard to believe Theo is gone. Every morning I wake, I expect him to be there in the stables, watering the birds or readying the packs. Yet he is not, and it is everything I can do to not fall to my knees and weep. Still, I know I have to move on, but that doesn't mean I have to forget. My brother and I built all we have here together, so as long as I still have the caravans, he will ever be with me. And I shall honor him in death by carrying on what he strove for in life. That is what I choose. Eloise. The courage to fight. What happened in Eastpool with the Bears and the Guardians has been a long time coming, and I'm proud that it could finally happen here in Rosaria. The Duchy of Old may be no more, but Archduke Elwin's dream still burns in the hearts of many, and it is through victories such as these that that fire will spread. This is only the beginning, Clive, but a fine beginning it is. Martha. Telamon Maid. Thanks again for helping get the dungeon in order. Had you not rode gallantly to our rescue, I reckon poor Owain and them lot would still be stuck stilling Blightwater over a bonner. There's always room for improvement, though, so don't get your knickers in a knot should I come a-knocking at your chamber door looking for more spheres and ash and whatnot. Mid. And that's all we have for letters. This is starting to come together. Martha's Rest signboard. The emblem of Martha's Rest, personal fiefdom of the landlady of the Golden Stables, and an island of safety and security in the sea of anything but. It shows the sleeping chocobo, and the guardians and the bearers of Rosaria can too rest easy, safe in the knowledge that they have a friend in Martha. Crimson Caravan sideboard. The emblem of the Crimson Caravans, porters of wide renown, based in the market town of Bocklad. It depicts a laden chocobo. After the death of her brother and confidant Theodore, Eloise chose to continue the work they had begun together, freeing bearers from slavery just as she had freed him so many years before. Collections coming together. Doesn't look like there's anything else left to do in the world. As of right now. And then the moment I speak to Vivian, it's gonna open up like 5 more side quests, maybe 6, 7. We got the Naldia Narrow. And the Ironworks. Hey, I am doing pretty good. Pretty tired at that. Let's check out some training. I want to see if they put, like, anything boss-like in here. That's not how you do that. Oh. Stream is going pretty damn good. Although I am about to end off very soon. Okay. So we don't really have... Yeah. Been a tiring day. Even though the day's nowhere near over. I'll at least get myself over here and ready.
I still say it were a compliment. Say it all you like. It doesn't make it true.
Oh boy. Do I only stream it? No, but... I'm so slow with the game that I've been streaming it for a long time. I want to beat the game at some point soon, but there are just so many side quests and so much dialogue and such an open world. It's rough getting everything to work. Yeah, I'm very close to the end, I believe. I think it said that I'm 70-something% of the way in. So that is a good sign for me. And then they're gonna show me New Game Plus, and then everything's gonna unfold for me. Everything's gonna fall apart. Not really. I love this game. Save multiple times, because the first time never works. We all know the deal. What time is it? About 2:35. Yep, that sounds about right. Alright. I mostly view story games. Good. Okay, maybe I shouldn't put it like that, but story games, peak stuff. I love story-based games. They're so great. So good. I know people that don't really like going for story in games, but I'm all over story. I love lore and piecing everything together. Have I played Last of Us? I have not yet, but I want to. I want to at some point. Maybe someday. Someday when I actually get the games, I'll try them out. Because I've heard many good things about them. I'll be sure. I shall. Thank you for the kind words. And I guess whenever I stream again, no, we're probably not final boss territory. But we're gonna get very damn close. And that's what I like to hear. So anyways, thanks for being here. Whoever may have came whenever I upload it. I've been slacking on uploads. I think I'm behind like 3 or 4 streams. To be fair, I've been streaming rapidly, but I'll get them all up. I'll work on it. I think I'll be fine on artwork stuff, thank you. I've already got a ton of stuff backed up, and I can't really, like, do much about paying for art shit right now. Maybe once I feel comfortable with where I am on Twitch, I'll start looking into artists and that stuff, but as of right now, I'm just doing this casually. So with that, I will end off. Uh-huh.